Welcome to Faith and Freedom. For the next few minutes, we hope to inform, inspire, and encourage you as we discuss the legal victories and challenges to your fundamental freedoms and religious liberties. Faith and Freedom comes to you from Liberty Counsel, a civil liberties education and legal defense organization. Join us now as Matt Staver, the President and General Counsel of Liberty Counsel, explains the latest legal issues all across this country in the courtrooms of America. Liberty Counsel is winning the battle for your constitutional freedoms.
A Democratic North Carolina congressman assaults two college students, and it's all caught on tape. Where's the outcry? I'm Matt Barber, Director of Cultural Affairs with Liberty Counsel and Associate Dean with Liberty University School of Law, in for Matt Staver today. And joining me in studio is Sean Akers, Dean of Liberty University's Helms School of Government and Policy Analyst with Liberty Counsel. Well, Sean, it's lit up the blogosphere, the video of North Carolina Representative Bob Etheridge essentially assaulting two college students who approached him with video cameras in hand. Apparently, they're working on, as they called it, a project, some kind of a journalistic project. Approached him, asked him a question, do you support the Obama agenda? And after the question, Congressman Etheridge literally went berserk. If you've seen the video, he grabs one of them by the wrist. He hits the camera. He grabbed the back of one of their necks and embraced the other one in a bear hug. And the Washington Post called a hug. Well, I think what's particularly telling about this, Sean, can you imagine if this had been a Republican congressman? There would have been calls far and wide for his resignation. The mainstream media would have been front page news over and over again. Still today, they'd be covering this. From the mainstream media, all we've heard is crickets chirping. You haven't heard any high profile Democrats on the left calling for his resignation. Nope, they just figure it's going to pass. And what's particularly troubling here is this congressman should be charged with assault. He has, to my knowledge, not yet. He has been charged with assault. Boy, I think this really says more about the bias of the mainstream media and the double standard embraced by the left than it does this Bob Etheridge, Congressman Bob Etheridge, his anger management problem.
You know, Matt, and to place it in a little bit of further context for those that haven't seen the video, Congressman Etheridge is not at home in his sweats taking out his garbage when somebody comes up to him. He's walking on what appears to be a public sidewalk, dressed in a suit with his lapel button, just like he's going to work. He's in the mode of being a congressman at the time that these two young men approach him, and you can see from the video that the young man the young college student trying to do an interview with him is also wearing a suit. So this should be a very collegial thing here. Now, if they ask him a question he didn't like, that's fine. He didn't have to answer it. But the fact is, this shows a level of frustration that one has to wonder what the source of it is. Now, recently, Bob Etheridge responded, because that couldn't go without a response, and he said this. He said, I deeply and profoundly regret my reaction and apologize to all involved. No matter how intrusive or partisan our politics can become, this does not justify my poor response. Now, his use of the word intrusive there would imply that these young men had overstepped their bounds somehow. But again, it needs to be pointed out that all they did was walk up to him on a public sidewalk and ask for his comment on something. Now, I've seen press conferences with national media where people should be probably reasonably tempted to act that way, but not with two college kids standing out here. It does show a heightened sense of frustration and very, very little statesmanship.
Well, it does. And again, but I want to focus here again on the double standard here. Recently, Sean, another video that has gone viral involves, once again, violence committed by a leftist against a conservative. In this instance, it was our mutual friend, Nathan Tabor, who is chairman of the Republican Party in Forsyth County, North Carolina. He was at a peaceful Tea Party event, a radical leftist Obama supporter with Black Panther bumper stickers on his car, and got out of the car, walked into the middle of this event, this peaceful Tea Party, and this was all captured on video, and proceeded to yell and scream and say it was all Bush's fault. And then he assaulted Nathan Tabor's wife 3 times, pushed her. Nathan stepped between his wife and this Obama supporter, and the guy hit him with an overhand left, hit Nathan right on the jaw, knocking him back. And here's what's unbelievable. Nathan was charged with assault. So was this other gentleman, but Nathan was charged with assault in spite of the clear evidence. A magistrate refused to even look at the video, and even though police officers were saying that they had seen it, that this man should be charged with assault. But the point is, neither of these assaults fit the narrative. See, the narrative, Sean, is that it's the Republicans, it's these Tea Party right-wing extremists that are the violent ones. Of course, you see, Grandma in her knitted United States flag sweater attending the Tea Party, holding an American flag and a sign in the other hand that says support the Constitution. That's the reality. But the narrative is that it's conservatives that are these fire-breathing, potentially violent right-wing extremists. Yet we see over and over again that it's leftists, that it's people like Congressman Etheridge, this Obama supporter that assaulted Nathan Tabor. These are the individuals that over and again are committing actual violent assaults. The African American man that was attacked by an SEIU union thug and beaten bad is another example. The examples pile up, showing that it's in reverse, but it doesn't fit the narrative that the left is pushing, that the mainstream media is pushing, so they ignore it. And boy, if we're learning anything of late about the mainstream media, it's that they have removed any pretext of unbiased reporting and of objectivity, and they are just in all-out support